Hi, my name is Joseph Ajebu, and I'll be talking about the macro and micro environmental analysis of Starbucks. For the purpose of this presentation, the key focuses will be the PESTLE model, the SWOT analysis, the TOWS model, and Porter's five forces. First, I'll be talking about the PEST analysis. The first point out of the PESTLE analysis will be political. Some of the political factors that Starbucks face will be sourcing raw materials, ensuring to follow laws and regulations in countries they are present in, tax policy, and employment laws. On the economic factor, some of the economic factors they face will be local economic environment in different markets, the taxation level, and the local currency exchange rate. Next, on the socio-cultural aspect, some of the socio-cultural aspect that Starbucks will be facing will be consumer preferences, changing work patterns, changes in lifestyles of population, the level of education of the population in local markets, and the changing values among populations. On the technological aspect, Starbucks has partnership with Apple. They have Wi-Fi capabilities in its outlets. They also are introducing the emergence of innovative technology. Under the legal aspect, Starbucks has to ensure not to violate any laws and regulations in the home market they're present in due to introduction of stricter custom and trade regulations, and also they have to follow licensing regulations related to the industry. Under the environmental factor, Starbucks might have to face global warming and other environmental issues in a global level. They might have to face following environmental rules and regulations, and also environmental disasters in countries which produces coffee beans. Moving on, next I'll be talking about the SWOT analysis of Starbucks. First, I'll be talking about some of the strengths. They're known for being the market leader, having a solid financial position, having a focused brand portfolio, and having customer services and having brand positioning. And some of the weaknesses are overly expensive prices, brand image weakened due to a number of incidents, overly dependence on the US market, extensive dependency of revenues on Arabic coffee bean prices. Next, some of their opportunities are reforming the pricing structure, diversification of business, increased focus on organizational ethical behavior, entering into strategic corporations. Lastly, their threats will be disruption in supply chain, dramatic increase of coffee bean cost, decline in consumption of coffee due to health concerns, and the emergence of direct and indirect competition. Next, I'll be talking about the TOWS matrix. First off the list will be the strength and opportunities. Starbucks should use its position as market leader to reform its pricing structure to make more appealable to different consumers. Next will be the weaknesses and opportunities. With high dependence on their US market, diversifying their business into different market shares will bring them great profits. On the strength and threats, with having such a great customer service and astounding brand positioning, Starbucks can eliminate disruption within its direct supply chain. On the weaknesses and threats, having their brand image weakened due to several incidents, Starbucks can reform this image by adjusting their biggest issue by consumers, which is their pricing. Moving on, next I'll be talking about Porter's five forces. First off the list will be the bargaining power of buyers. With new entrants such as Costa, Dunkin' Donuts, and etc., who sell premium roast coffee for relatively lower prices, buyers now have slightly more bargaining power than in the past, which is why it's at a high. Threat of new entrants. Starbucks has a cost and performance advantage, which is why it is at a medium. Competitive rivalry. With low switching costs from competitors like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks faces high competition, which is why it is at a high. Bargaining power of supplier. Starbucks has a policy for diversifying its supply chain, which is why it's at a low. Threat of substitution. Starbucks customers can easily switch to substitutes because cost of shifting to substitute costs nothing to Starbucks customers, which is why it's at a high. In conclusion, Starbucks has remained successful in the industry for several reasons. With being prepared to lose money in the short run to nail rivals, having a superlative range of products, and having a good attention to detail, this has given and kept Starbucks at a relatively higher advantage over its competitors. This presentation showed the analysis of the PEST, SWOT, TOES, and Porter's five forces of Starbucks. Implementation of the various research conducted in this presentation, I believe, will continue to be the sustained success of Starbucks now and in the upcoming future. Thank you.